Blog Talk Radio.
Come on now, we're going to have an awesome time today. Watch. I was able to find you here as a watcher or a listener. The voice is clear. That's because God has put us on terrific. Some people say throwback. Tenacious. My. I am Dr. Lorenzo D. Smith and the host of Happy Hour Talk. We're excited because we're asking you to join us for the cocktail and talk about happy things. We're being broadcast on WVSW Radio, the internet station. We're number one. On Thursday, which is the first Thursday. This would actually be the second Thursday because, last week started off the first was the start of the week, the month was on last Thursday, but we had to keep our shows in line. So we're very excited coming before you. The chat line to advocate your thoughts is 347-857-4192. Press 1. I'll make sure I get you on the line. Identify the last 4 digits of your cell, ask for your location, then you can chat with Dr. Lorenzo D. Smith as we talk about a relationship issue, which is accountability. And I think that's so important. The title of today's show is How to Be Accountable in a Relationship. You can also check us out on the web link. The web link to hear this show is www.blogtalkradio.com/WVSW Internet Talk Radio. We ask you to call in so you can share your opinion, tell your story, and examples with me as well as the world. So we're really excited about that. You also can check us out on Facebook, Big O Live, TikTok Live, at Dr. L. Dialberto Smith. On Instagram, we're partners with the Brothers of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, Zeta Phi Sigma chapter of Greenville, Alabama, and that handle is Z Squad Greenville 1981. And on YouTube, we want you to subscribe. We want to build it up because we know we have to give so many numbers, so it'll be just popping all the time. Just go to the Smithway Enterprises 5018. Again, the title is How to Be Accountable in a Relationship, which is we're talking about accountability, that sometimes responsibility comes along with accountability. We're going to talk about, we're going to share some points in regards to how you can be accountable in a relationship. Now, WVSW Radio, the number one internet station, has listeners and watchers in 45 countries, 6 continents. So we're excited because we got people that may be going to bed at this time. 4 o'clock here, and in Syria and the Middle East, it's 12 o'clock midnight. So we truly have a chance to come before you now or 1 o'clock in the morning. But we ask you also to be a part of our giveaway. WVSW Radio giveaway. We ask you to register for it by sending your name. If you're on one of the devices before me, type in your name and just type your name in the comment section, and I'll go from there. Because you have an opportunity to type in some thoughts. I want you to send some likes up, and you maybe join us for 1 minute, 30 seconds, whatever. Send a like up. Send a like up. We want to build our likes up because since we just want to know that you like what we're doing, so we can continue to do what we're doing. As you register for WVSW Radio giveaways, we ask you to send your name along with a means of transaction. You say, why do you need a means of transaction? There are 4 of them that we use because we send out love offerings varies from $5 to $100. Your name with that goes in the raffle. So when we are raffling off hotel stays, 3 nights, 4 days, 5 nights, 6 days, luxury hotel internationally as well as domestic. We give away gift cards along with gas vouchers, food vouchers, movie passes, as well as car wash we give away. And we have the books that when we have these authors on here, we purchase books for them so we can have them in the raffle and give away to you. Now, we'll do it the first time. We will raffle off maybe 1 or 2, then we'll have 3 available. Then if you just email us, let us know when we say so now that what is your postage and what is your address or whatever your P.O. box is you want to have a book sent to you, and I'll pay for it. We just want you to be a very instrumental part of what we're trying to do here. When you follow what we're requesting, send your name along with 4 means of transaction. Don't send all 4 of them. If you have one of these attached to your name when you register, it is Cash App, PayPal, or Venmo, or to Zelle, to Lorenza D. Smith 15 at gmail.com. Sow a seed of $1. Your likes let me know that you like what we're doing. But you also can sow a seed of $1 with WVSW radio station by sending it to Cash App or sending it to Zelle. And you can send it to Zelle through 334-301-8775, or you can type in my name, and that'll be fine. Just send it in because we want to take that seed that you're sowing with us and make sure we purchase gift cards, gas vouchers, books, and whatever we need to purchase to give back to you as our wonderful listeners and watchers. So we're excited about you doing that. So again, the 4 means of transaction is Cash App or PayPal or Venmo or Zelle to Lorenza D. Smith 15 at gmail.com. As we said earlier, our title is How to Be Accountable in a Relationship. One of the things that's challenged a lot of people is accountability. Are you willing to be accountable for your actions, or you want to blame somebody else? See, victimization come into play a lot of time when we're dealing with a relationship. You want to be the victim. The relationship didn't go how you thought it was going to go, so it's the other person's fault. See, you got to remember, you got a side of the story, they got a side of the story, and in the middle of that's the truth. Now, are you ready to be accountable? But before you can be ready to be accountable, you need to know what relationship accountability means. We need to kind of look at this to see exactly what is accountability. See, accountability can be key factors in a relationship and can mean doing what you say. Don't just talk the talk, walk the walk. Take responsibility for your action. When it didn't work out, you need to say, I accept the responsibility. I apologize. I'm going to stand in my correctness so I can understand that I need to do better. Accountability also being trustworthy. Trustworthy. See, I believe we have to trust ourselves first before we can take on the responsibility of trying to be in a relationship with someone so they can trust us. So we have to work hard to understand that accountability is accepting responsibility for your actions, words, and feelings. That's why we can't let our emotions or our feelings control how we operate in a relationship. We have to understand what emotional wellness is. And we understand feelings is emotion. Anger is words of disrespect is part of your feelings. These are kind of things that fall into play when you're talking about responsibility and accountability. See, when you take ownership, when I say stand in your correctness, I'm letting you know that you need to stand in where you're wrong. Accept your responsibility. Accept the decision you made. Because, see, it is a choice. See, in a relationship, it's a choice. You don't have to be in a relationship, but if you choose to be in there and things don't work out how you think it should work out, don't blame the other person. Accept your responsibility because you didn't do exactly what you're supposed to do. Because if the time and the effort really was put into play, then you'll see the other side, which is a positive side. When you take ownership and accept responsibility for your actions, as well as your partner doing or your mates doing the same thing, it becomes easy. See, in your relationship, when you accept your responsibility, your ownership, it becomes easy for your partner to trust. See, that's a major word right there. We talk about being trustworthy. See, when you're responsible, if you are feeling, you know you're accountable, you stand in your correctness when things don't work out, then you'll be willing to be trustworthy. Your mate said, I trust him, I trust her, because they have shown that they are accountable for their action and they willing to accept responsibility. And that's the big play we're talking about, accountability in a relationship. Give a shout out to our first sponsor. This is Mr. Anthony Stallworth, L&T Stallworth Lawn Service, LLC. Mr. Anthony Stallworth with L&T Stallworth Lawn Service, LLC, located in South Central Alabama. If you want some lawn work done, because he's the manicure expert. If you need some lawn removed off some trees that have been blown out because of the storm, and you have trash, he can move this for you. Give Mr. Anthony Stallworth, L&T Stallworth Lawn Service, a call at 334-300-7401, or go to Facebook, type in Anthony Stallworth, and it'll populate his information. DM Anthony, and you can have a conversation with him about what is his price, what is the quote, how you do his process. Thank you, Mr. Stallworth, for supporting what we are doing here. How to practice accountability in a relationship. See, we need to know how to practice accountability. We understand accountability is a willingness to accept responsibility. See, practice means being responsible for your action. See, when we talk about practicing accountability in a relationship, it includes involving your partner in what's going on. See, don't leave them out and have them to try to figure everything out. Be responsible enough in a relationship that you hold yourself accountable and your partner accountable. Assess your regular behavior See, this is how you find out whether you are responsible and accountable. You need to sit down and put your pros and cons about your behavior. Is your behavior up to par? What is your intent is important about a relationship. See, if you're intentional, then you can see I can hold myself accountable because I said I was intending on doing this. My intention is to have a favorable outcome. Consider how your actions affect your partner. See, it's important that we know that when we practice accountability, we got to consider how your action affect your partner. Do it put your partner in a bad situation? Do it leave them left out? And what you want to make sure, I'm going to be accountable for my action, but I want to make sure I'm accountable and responsible to our relationship. That includes my mate. Make changes that will benefit everyone. See, be willing to compromise. Be willing to make change. See, I always say you can never make someone in a relationship change if they don't want to change. Change comes from within that person because they're now holding themselves responsible for their action, and their actions was not the right action. So they are now accountable. See, they need to make change. You need to make change. And the change you all make will benefit the relationship and people around you. See, follow the same steps when you're dealing with your partner, meaning that the step of making change that will be benefit for everyone. Consider how your actions affect the partner. Assess your regular behavior. Involve your partner. These are the steps that you need to make sure you do. Then on top of that, check regularly where you are. I always think you have to have a checkpoint in your relationship. Where am I? See, one of the biggest things I think come into play when you're not intentional, might as well just be casual and just do things how you feel. And don't look for the results that you think you should have because you did not say, this is my intent. I'm intent on having a favorable outcome. Make sure you think about checking on where your relationship is regularly, meaning checkpoint. Consider involving a third party if you need to do counseling, if you need to get support from a therapist, set it up. Don't bring anybody else like a friend, even family members into your relationship when you have some of these challenges of accepting responsibility. Accountability. Don't start bringing other people because those people are going to side. You need someone who don't have any skin in the game. That's what we call this. They ain't on to either one of you. They're there to listen, to mediate, offer the best counsel they can help you. So that's so important that you involve a third party. I want to give a shout out to Lena Payton Webb. I tell you, she does some awesome things. Let me say this before we move forward. Lena Payton Webb has been recognized by President Biden and Vice President Harris as our presidential Lifetime Achievement Award. She has been recognized. And we want to give a shout out to Lena Payton Webb, Blue Impressions Publishing. And let's play the advertisement. And you truly can go to Facebook and connect with her. And you'll see it posted. That is awesome. It's a lifetime achievement. Recognized by our President of the United States, President Joe Biden, Vice President Kamala Harris.
To share your inspiring story, look no further than Blue Impressions Publishing, the premier publishing company that specializes in creating meaningful and impactful books and journals. Blue Impressions Publishing, very owned by author Lena Payton Webb, offers comprehensive services to bring your vision to life. Their mission is to empower writers, mental health professionals, consultants, coaches, and spiritual leaders to make a positive impact through their publications. Not only do they publish your words, they give you the strategy to be a successful author and earn an additional source of income. So whether you're an aspiring author or a seasoned writer, Blue Impressions Publishing is the publishing company for you. Don't let your story go untold. Visit the website today, yourartisticexpressions.com. You can also call 833-951-2665 to learn more about their services and to get started on your publishing journey. Blue Impressions Publishing, where inspiring stories leave a lasting impression.
Go to Facebook, type Lena Payton Webb, and it'll populate the information. Also, take you to her page that focuses on Blue Impressions Publishing. And truly, we want you to give her a shout out. Just go to her page, because we search and look at people's profiles, even if we're not their friends. Go type in Lena Payton Webb, Blue Impression Publishing. Thank you so much. The Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award winner for a selection for 2024. Lena Payton Webb, congratulations. We're going to say hi to Rebecca. Thank you so much for joining us. And we have this Ruth Watts, user, also coming in here. DC. We have Reese. Thank you so much. We have Bambi Cortez. Thank you for taking time. Corey Martin. Joanne. Thank you so much. Daldim Del Reno. Thank you so much. Musa. Thank you. Black. Maya. Just Being Me, KC. Thank you, KC. I am DBA. Thank you so much. John Wall. Yvonne Boone. Chris. Thank you so much. Rita. Valerie Power. Lauren. Thank you. We have a number joining us. Thank you so much. Spark Skies one. Bob RH, thank you so much. We have Hustle with Russell 6. Thank you for joining us again, Russell. Mo, thank you so much for joining us. Amado, you say Amodas. Thank you so much for joining us. 7474. I am Dr. Elizabeth Smith, the host of Happy Hour Talk. Our title today shows how to be accountable in a relationship. We just talked about what it means when we're talking about relationship accountability, how you can practice it. Let's look at ways to be accountable in a relationship. And these are some common practice or ways to practice accountability in your relationship. First of all, be honest. No one wants to be around someone that's dishonest and lies. It affects your integrity. Be honest. Not only just be honest, be completely honest. Own up to what you did with excuses or blaming others. Communicate openly. I mean, expressing your feelings without pointing fingers and using I statement. See, for example, instead of saying you never admit your mistake, you could say, I feel hurt when mistakes aren't acknowledged. These are some good examples with communicating openly. Set and respect boundaries. One way to tap a relationship is when someone set boundaries, you just go past what they did. From 0 to 100. Don't worry about what's going on with them. See, when they set the boundaries for a purpose, it's to kind of keep them in the right frame of mind. But you have to respect it. Discuss what is and is not allowed in your relationship. That's setting boundaries, respecting the boundaries you have set. Learn from your mistake. Apologize sincerely. My bad is not an apology, people. Let's not use that anymore. You have to say, I apologize for making that statement about you. I was in my feelings, and I made that statement. I apologize for just cutting you off. These are kind of things you have to do. You have to learn from your mistake, apologize sincerely, express your respect and remorse, and find a new way. Find a new way of dealing with difficult situations. What conflict resolution is a wham of pillar in your relationship. It's something that if you don't address will tear a relationship. Let me give a shout out to you. This is Bree_is_who_I_am. Give you away. Thank you so much, Bree, for being here with us. So those are ways to be accountable in a relationship. Be honest, communicate openly, set and respect boundaries, learn from your mistake, and last but not least, be patient. See, you have to always be patient. Change and growth take time. We did not wake up and we 30 years old, 35, 40, 45 years. We had to go through a growth process. That's what your relationship have to go through. When you're understanding how important accountability is to the relationship, in time, you can change and be a better version of yourself if that's what you choose to do. Let's give a shout out quickly to Mary Ruth's Restaurant in Georgiana, Alabama. I want to thank this team of awesome people. I always get excited when I travel in their direction and get an opportunity to patronize them. They have the best Southern cooking in South Central Alabama. I'm Dr. Lorenzo D. Smith. This is WVSW Radio, the #1 internet station. We need you to put your likes in there, send a like up, send a heart up, whatever you're going to do. If you need to buy, I need you to buy a badge. It's available. Just take advantage of what we can offer here. We appreciate having you here on WVSW Radio, the #1 internet station. Our call-in number so you can chat with us is 347-857-4192. Press 1. I'll make sure I get you on the line by identifying the last 4 digits of your cell. Ask for your location. You can chat with Dr. Lorenzo D. Smith as he focuses on how to be accountable in a relationship. Give a shout out to, this is Jalen Thompson. Thank you, Jalen, for joining us right now. Give a shout out to several other people. Bob, thank you. Ken, Thomas Tobert, thank you. Lee So Sweet, thank you, Lee. Beautiful Diva, thank you. Karen Griffin, thank you. Mammy Cortez, Mike J, Lee Taylor, Jeffrey Anderson, Charlene, Jamon, Joanne Montgomery, thank you so much. Lois Taylor Proctor, user, that's a user, not Lois. We have a user join us and they use their number. Patsy Simmons, thank you so much. Shell Girl #4. Those are individual. Annie, thank you for jumping in right then. Thank you so much. As we move forward, let's listen to Mary Ruth's Restaurant advertisement.
Are you looking for home cooked food in a family-friendly environment? Go no further than Mary Ruth's. Mary Ruth's Restaurant, located at 261 State Highway 106 in beautiful Georgiana, Alabama. Great food in a family-friendly environment. Mary Ruth's Restaurant offers home-cooked breakfast. All the fixings, you name it, they've got it. And not just home-cooked breakfast. Home-cooked breakfast, lunch, and dinner items. Mary Ruth's Restaurant specializes in a meat and 3 vegetables meal. And meat and 3. Also, home-cooked hamburgers, Philly cheesesteak sandwiches, and much more.
check out the co-owners down there for Mary Ruth's Restaurant. That is Marvin Smith. You can go to Facebook, type in Marvin Smith, or Katrina Roper Smith, type in Katrina. They are both members of the Blue and White family. Phi Beta Sigma fraternity for Marvin, and Theta Phi Beta sorority in for Katrina. Thank you, Incorporated for Katrina. Truly thank you. And they are Blue and White family. Our son and daughter is a member of Phi Beta Sigma and Zeta Phi Beta. Son's wife, a member of Zeta. And truly looking in the past for their grandson, one of their grandsons, to be a Sigma as well. Truly, that's a blessing to have that Blue and White family. You can give Marvin or Katrina a call at 334-549-0950. Have several other people join us. We have Will Sweet, thank you so much. Nelly, thank you so much. Alfred Brown, thank you. Madame _Petty, thank you. A Piece of Me, thank you so much. And I'm just trying to give a shout out to the ones that's joined us. This is Horror, I think. Lily, thank you so much. LaKay, Pat, this is Pat O'Kee, thank you so much. LaKeith _event, Christy _9772. We have a user join us. You want to say hi to him. I Believe is joining us. Kendrick King, Princess Amia, thank you for joining us. Annie Love, we give a shout out to her as well. We mentioned her on the last segment. As we move forward, we're going to look at how to build accountability in a relationship. These are a few things you should attempt to do or try to make sure you're building accountability. For example, on the job, ensure that each employee understand how their work feeds into the success of the organization. In essence, in a relationship, both parties should understand their intent. What is the intent? See, once you understand the intent of both parties in a relationship, you can truly be successful. Just like on the job. In your workplace, that is a relationship you have with the people you work with. And you have to make sure everybody understands what they're supposed to do. And that's why in your relationship, you as the mate in there need to know what your mate or partner is doing, and they need to know what you're doing. Y'all have to come to some kind of understanding, be able to work together as one. The next thing is engage your employees in what we call goal setting. Basically, this is in your relationship. We said you do it because relationship is not only just romantic, it's on your workplace. Goal setting. That's why I say you have to be intentional. Now, you ask the question, when should I be intentional in my relationship or in the relationship? See, we have these tiers of a relationship. The associate tier or the lust tier is something that caught your attention enough to be introduced to us or speak to that person is the associate stage. Now, if you decide to move forward with that to the acquaintance stage, it is time to talk about intention. What is your intention? And let them know your intention. I am intentionally dating or looking to be in a relationship to have a favorite however. I want to get married. So that means that I'm intentionally in this relationship. If you have to hear your partner say the same thing or say something related to it. If not, that gives you that cue that it's time to move on. See, we spend our time. See, time is so important because we control time and effort. See, it's amazing. I listen to some content creators and they be talking about relationships. Individuals on 8 years. And out of the 8 years, you've been proposed on the 7th year. Why are you with someone 8 years? If they can't make that decision from 6 months to 18 months, they're not interested in marrying you. Because, see, you begin to live in some of the things that someone who are in a life-committed relationship, like a marriage, you're doing. If they're the wifey things or the husband things while you're dating, then you need to really, really make that decision. Do you want to give that? If you sit around and think this person gonna ask you, now, women control sex when babies are born. Men control relationships. See, if he's sitting around and not making an effort, being intentional, it is time to make a decision to move on because you're wasting time. You control your time and your energy. Set clear expectations. Foster a sense of security, safety, and stability. Ensure that your mate have the resources they need to achieve the goals of the relationship and the expectation. Make sure that. That's why communication. You have to have effective communication requires active listening. If you want your relationship to go beyond 3 months, 6 months, 8 months, or move to what we call favorable outcome. Setting those goals, setting goals, and you can achieve them by documenting what you're doing, but making sure you're ready to be accountable and responsible. Don't just talk the talk without walking the walk. As we look for us in how to deal with someone who lacks accountability, how do you deal with that person? They're blaming the other individual. See, one of the key things as an adult, if you're in a relationship with someone and they won't accept their responsibility and they blame others, they're not an adult enough to be in a relationship with you. See, if it's a male, it's a grown male. He's not a grown man. If it's a female, she's a grown female, but she's not a grown. I'm saying she's a grown female, but she's not a grown woman. See, you got to look at how it benefits you. So if we look at how to deal with someone who lacks accountability, we must understand there are reasons why people can approach you with empathy rather than frustration. People have a challenging time because they don't understand what empathy is. See, it's easy to bring frustration to the relationship than to bring empathy. Empathy is being selfless, put yourself in the other person's shoes. You don't know what's going on with me. You'll never let you walk in my shoes. Put yourself in my place. If it goes, would you do that to yourself? See, that's the kind of things you have to look at. So you have to understand when you're looking at a relationship and someone who lacks accountability, they don't approach it the same way. See, they approach it with frustration. They approach it with blaming others. They approach it by not taking the responsibility. See, what you have to do is stay calm and avoid accusations. Don't accuse them because they're going to get upset and they're going to start saying that, you're blaming me, you're not listening to me, you want to do it your way because, see, they're not ready to deal with accountability. They'll start using sign language. And the sign language is that we look at the acronym of sign. They're going to start trying to shame you. Then they're going to insult you. Then try to make you feel guilty for your answer that you gave them. Because no is that word that gives everybody. Some people, when you say no, man, you try to shame people because they said no. So people, a lot of times, don't say no. They'll say yes when they know they cannot do it. Then they make you feel guilty. Now, you can carry me. You can loan me that. You can give me because you got this going on. Then they have a tendency to insult you. Shame and insult. Guilt. And then last but not least, a need to be right. See, they're going to want to be right. They don't empathy. They're not selfless. It's selfish. They keep their life and your life frustrated. There's no peace. And if you're in a relationship, there's no peace. It's time to go. because you need to have peace, joy, love. If you're not experiencing that, then you have a problem. See, God says that he's going to bless you with peace. He's going to bless you with love. And he's going to bless you with joy. He didn't say happiness. Happiness is a part of joy. Happiness lasts a short period of time. Joy lasts a lifetime. So make sure you understand that when you're dealing with people who lack accountability, they're going to blame everybody else. They're going to make accusations. They're going to avoid accepting their responsibility. They will not have empathy. Rather, they have frustration. See, their natural instinct when you confront them might to get defensive and accusatory, accusing somebody else, blaming somebody else. Instead of them expressing their feelings, their true feelings, what they want to do is start pointing fingers. And if they can't express their feelings without pointing fingers, then you need to use the I statement. See, that's using I statement. It's not we, it's I. See, no, empathy, selfish is I. Selfless is we, us, team. And that's what you want to make sure. Let's give a shout out to our next sponsor, Soap Gems by Jackson and Grace.
If you want to purchase some of the best soap and perfume scents in South Central Alabama, contact Soap Gym by Jackson and Grace. The owner is Ms. Jennifer Jackson. Contact number 251-369-1344 or go to Facebook. Type in Jennifer with one N Jackson or Charlie Angel. There's several items like bombshell, chance of a lifetime, Lundy Lover, Straight Savage, Manpower, Good Lotion, and Coming Lavender Sea Sun. So please check it out. Again, that number is 251-369-1344. Soap Gym by Jackson and Grace.
Don't let nothing change your mind. Check out Soap Gems by Jackson and Grace. That's Jennifer Jackson. Go to Facebook, type in Jennifer Jackson with one N in Jennifer or Charlie Angel, or give her a call at 251-369-1344. So you have an inventory available. If you need, and you heard, you said, what is the inventory? Email me, and I will make sure I get you a copy of the inventory. And you can work through me, and we'll make sure we get what you need. It's the best soap and scent smell, in essence, soap and scent, soap, perfume scent, and smell there are in South Central Alabama. So give Jennifer Jackson a call, Soap Gems by Jackson and Grace, or you email me at lorenzadsmith15@gmail.com. As we move forward, give a shout out to Jill. Thank you for joining. Jade, thank you so much. This is Jakey Jake. Thank you so much. ASVPT TATI. Thank you so much. Christy, thank you. Easy Doer, thank you so much. Nate Pierre 8. Byron Cunningham. Ahmad Mohammed L. Joyce. Bill Balls. Angie. Jamie. Thank you, Jamie. I need some likes up here, guys. You need to send us some likes up. Russie William. This is Cesar Dixon Lee. Rakili, thank you so much. We have several symbols of peace of me, Madame underscore Petty. Those individuals joining us. Also, Lou Ramo, thank you so much. Felicia, PB, I almost said PB, Prairie View Education. 17163. Thank you so much for joining us. It's good having you. As we move forward, we're going to look at why accountability is important to a relationship. See, accountability is a fundamental principle in a relationship. It's important. See, whether it's a romantic, friendship, family bond, accountability means everything. And because it holds you responsible. See, it can help you establish trust, security, and intimacy. It can help you or help people understand how their behaviors affects their partner. That's what accountability is. See, when people are accountable, they can make correction. If you don't feel like you can be held accountable, you will never make the corrections you need to be successful. So when you're able to make corrections, this allows you to maintain a healthy and a more collaborative relationship or partnership. See, accountability is important to a relationship because it's a critical component in the process of establishing and maintaining one of our core elements necessary for the foundation of a relationship, which is trust. Back to that word, trust. Are you trustworthy? I'm asking you, are you trustworthy? Because if you want to have a healthy relationship, a long-lasting relationship, you must be trustworthy. So trust plays a major part. See, trust is so important because a relationship cannot survive for long without trust. When you have reason to believe that your partner or mate makes promise but does not bother to keep them, then you will not feel secure or safe and stable in your relationship because you really don't know what's going to come from that person. You don't know what they're going to do. You don't know when they're going to do what they're going to do. All this leaves you out and you're not able to be comfortable in your relationship. See, when you don't have trust, your partner will become uncomfortable and have an unpleasant feeling about you, especially if this continues over an extended period of time. You got some people that keep going on and on and on. Give a shout out to Donna. Thank you for joining. It goes on and on over a long period of time. And if that happens, you should probably consider a different partner. That's saying when people show themselves, believe what you see, and run as fast as you can to get away from that situation. Our next sponsor, TriStat LLC, Mr. William Scott.
TriStat LLC, can your business. We provide specialized business and management consulting services. TriStat LLC meets your consulting needs in the industry of engineering, accounting, research, and management service sector. Contact Mr. William Scott at 334-320-5438 or 334-526-0228.
TriStat LLC, Mr. William Scott. You can contact Mr. Scott because he's the team leader a research consulting group that'll work with you to put your report together if you've been already awarded a grant. He works with government agencies. He works with small organizations. He worked with a nonprofit organization. But his basic focus is government at the smallest level, the grassroots level. Help them get grants so they can promote their community. Truly, Mr. William Scott. You can give him a call at 334-320-5438 or go to Facebook, type in William Scott. Let them know that you heard it on WVSW Radio, the #1 internet station. And I am Dr. Lorenzo D. Smith. And you let them know that you heard it from me. And you have a tendency to hear work with you, giving you some kind of amenities, a discount. So truly get with Mr. William Scott. We want to discuss when someone does not take accountability in a relationship. This is critical for your relationship. Your relationship will not survive if you have a partner or a mate who will not take accountability. You refuse. They does not take, they will not, no matter what you ask them, take accountability for what's going on in the relationship. You need to know how to cope with that person. How to cope with that person that refuse to accept their mistake. First of all, avoid having the same argument repeatedly, doing it over and over again. I see Africana and Fadima, send me a like. Send a light up. Light up. Debs, send a light. Send a light. Hattie good, 1-5. Send a like up. I need you to hit the like button. Thank you so much. You can go in there and buy a bag. Be fine too if you want to. When you're talking about a person who avoid, when they will not accept their responsibility and accountability, you need to avoid an argument with them. No spirited debate with them will be successful because they're going to give you the sign language. They're going to show you shame. They're going to try to shame you. They're going to insult you. They're going to make you feel guilty. And then they're going to need to be right. Give a shout out to John. Thank you so much. Ellen, thank you so much for joining us, being a part of it. They're going to want to be right no matter what you say or what you do. When you run across those people, you have to make a decision. If they're not willing to accept their responsibility, you probably need to change your approach or table the issue because that argument going to go off the rooftop. It's going to go in order because they're going to be off the chain. Always continue to push them to take responsibility. I don't mean literally physically, but then when you say, if I don't been in that situation, I'll just accept that I couldn't do it, and if I need to say I'm sorry, I need to say I apologize. You have to work with people. They just sometimes don't know how to do it because they're so used to. You have to continue to work to take responsibility or apologize. And if they're not able to apologize because it makes them become defensive, then you probably need to find a new partner. That's the bottom line. Find you a new partner. There's nothing wrong with saying, I got to go. I got to make a move. I can't stay around here because this is not the WVSW Radio station at Cash App, $LORENZSMITH, Lorenzo D. Smith. We really appreciate your support. Our badge, send up a like, send me some hearts. You got to send it because I will appreciate it. Let me know if you appreciate what we're doing. And we truly thank you, Dr. Smith. This is Dr. Lorenzo D. Smith, for doing what you're doing. There's no salary for me. It's just the love I have for you, your family, your home, your children, because I want us to be successful in our relationship. We want to increase our marital rates among the African American community of Black Americans. 28% won't get it. We have to learn to get along with each other. We have to learn to be responsible. We've been talking on the series of characteristics of a relationship. We're down to accountability. Affection is coming next. And we're going to talk about that. See, what do you call a person? And this is going to close out what we're doing. What do you call someone who can't take accountability? We have some names that individuals use. And when I see one particular name, I'm going to say you need to get it, be diagnosed by a doctor before you start calling. But I hear it a lot of times when people do what they want to do, they say he's a narcissist. A narcissist is a person who lacks feelings. And they have to be diagnosed. You can't diagnose them because they didn't do what you asked them to do. Roy Smith, thank you for joining us at this time. Thank you so much. Michael, thank you for being here. Nick, thank you for taking time. Don't be calling, I hear this word a lot. He's a narcissist because he won't do what you want to do, or she won't do what you ask him to do. But if they hadn't been diagnosed with that, then don't be calling because you don't understand. A sociopath. You're going to call them just because they want self-responsibility. They're a sociopath. We identify some of the cruel people in the world. Some of the monstrous person in the world as a psychopath. Sociopath. They're inconsiderate. Selfish, remember that word. If you lack the ability to be accountable and responsible, you're selfish. Self-centered and self-serving. They're immature. They're not stable. And you can't be in a relationship with them because it's not going to work. If you're looking for a diagnosis here on the things we're talking about, we can't give you that. Say, I can give you one. But you can take your choice from these terms and add a few of your own. But if you're using it, make sure you understand the diagnosis on that. Don't let it be just something you can use. And as we look at the final thought, what does being held accountable mean in a relationship? Accountability is responsibility. If a person is able to take responsibility, they lack trust, they lack effective communication, they lack peace, they lack joy, they're not able to love you because they're selfish. Let's hold them accountable. Holding them accountable is saying that you are now responsible for your action. We don't want you to talk. We want you to walk. And that's holding them accountable. Have an awesome rest of the evening. We'll give a shout out to our next sponsor. That's the Brothers of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, Zeta Phi Sigma Chapter of Greenville, Alabama. Our show tomorrow that's scheduled for 4 o'clock is Talking Sports Podcast. We're going to focus on all the sporting issues of the week, of the month, and the upcoming time we have before, because it's time for some football. That's tomorrow at 4 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time, 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's have a ball, y'all, on tomorrow. Brothers of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity, Zeta Phi Sigma Chapter, Greenville, Alabama. Advertisement.
Be the pleasure to talk about the Brothers of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, Zeta Phi Sigma Chapter in Greenville, Alabama. The most proclaimed Brothers of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, they're providing service, they're staying up here, multiple service, and serving for humanity. If you want to contact those brothers, you can go to Facebook, Sanctified Sigma Greenville, or you can go to Instagram, and that's Sanctified Sigma Greenville, which is number 10. And if you want to tweet those brothers, that's Sanctified Sigma _10. Y'all make the fire the signal to turn in. We're proud of you. Make it do what it do.
Give a shout out to a couple people join us. We got Dayton Moon Vibes. Thank you so much. We're gonna say hi to Country Time 31. We have Teresa Nice, and Bella. Thank you so much. Jennifer Calhoun. Thank you, Jeff Russell. I'm sorry, Jeff B Radical. Thank you so much. B Rascal. Thank you so much for joining us. We have Jasmine. Thank you so much for being here. See anybody else we have. It's been awesome being here. This is Jasmine Blue Storm. Thank you so much for being here. God is so good, and we are excited to be here. We want to let you know we love you from my heart. I truly love you. I'm Dr. Lawrence D. Smith, and I am the host of the Happy Hour Talk. We focus on just cartel sometimes and just looking at happy things that we want to talk about. Hashtag responsible. Hashtag make it do what it do. Hashtag keep on grinding. Hashtag we got this. And as we get ready to close out, see, it's been going down today, but it's going to go down for sure tomorrow on Talking Sports Podcast at 4 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. We're going to focus on the hottest sports topics and some of the issues that's going on. Title is, it's time for some football. It's going down. We don't own the rights to the music, but we're going to play this, and after we complete playing just a segment of this, we're going to tell you what I always tell y'all about I love you from my heart.
If you go ahead and let me go. Come on, Bill USA. You know, I go by the same city, right? I got to introduce y'all. I'm a motherfucker out my squad, right? Listen, man. You go by the name of Josh God. He was out the College Park, right?
Come on now.
We got to get y'all in here, huh? Niggas in my bag.
Have an awesome rest of the night. Check us out tomorrow. We're going to make it do what it do. We're going to make it do what it do. And I just want to let y'all know that I love you all from my heart. I'm Dr. Lawrence D. Smith, and this is WVSW Radio, the #1 internet station. We have listeners and watchers in 45 countries and on 6 continents. We're so blessed to have this opportunity. Thank you so much, East Coast, LA. Thank you for joining us. We'll say hi to you. We're getting ready to get out of here. But send us a like up since you joined us. Send us a like. Send us a like. And I just want to tell you all that it's a blessing to be here. And I'm happy that I can share how to be accountable in a relationship. And I just want to say to y'all, I love you, and ain't a thing you can do about it.
Baby in the mall, going down. Baby in the club, going down. Anywhere you meet me, guaranteed to go down. Search number 2, do the damn thing. Shoes on my neck, pocket full of big frame. When I'm at the mall, hoes just fall. I'm a blue tab, feeling that on the wall. Trying to flip the work, take the pie. Boys,
All right, have a good one. Have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow at 4 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. That is Talking Sports Podcast.
Thank you for using Talk Radio.